Boys, tap in. Brand new line just dropped. Phantom Gate line. Sells out for a very long time. The link is in the description. I would love to see you guys in there. All right, boys, welcome back to another video here. Today, we're talking about Pokemon Unite. We're doing a tier list video for this. And I usually don't look at week 1 tier lists. But all the tiers I've been finding on the internet are really not good. They're very inaccurate. And they're just kind of putting stuff in there for like shock value. So I'll probably go into that as we go in later on. But for now, guys, leave a like down below. Subscribe to not miss out on any videos. We'll be talking about a lot of Pokemon Unite coming soon. And then also as well, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on what do you think of my tier list. You agree, disagree? Who do you think is OP? Who do you think is slept on? Whatever, you know what I mean? Let me know. Cop the merch. We talked about it in the beginning. I'm just going to go into this, guys. The first character is Gengar. I always see Gengar around here or here. And it's kind of a joke when he's literally the best character in the entire game. Yep. I said it. We're starting off strong in this video, guys. He is literally the best character in the entire game. Sludge Bomb Hex, movement, boom, nuts. Hex movement, boom, nuts. Status inflictment, boom, nuts. Ultimate movement plus damage, nuts. Like, the character is absolutely overtuned. He is ridiculously unbalanced. He is the best character in the game. He has the highest burst damage in the entire game. When I tell you, the only flaw is the player behind the controller. That's it. Like, fundamentally, and I'm only going this based on the characters, not the players behind it, right? Fundamentally, this character is nuts. He's actually overtuned. I even ranted about him 3 days ago. Before, like, there was rarely anybody else was barely aware of the Gengar, like, power, right? And I mained the guy. I'll tell you this, right? I was playing him on stream, and I realized how nuts he is. Because I used to run Shadow Ball. I feel people that think who's bad, run Shadow Ball. Don't run Shadow Ball. Literally, do not run Shadow Ball. There's no need. You need Hex and Sludge Bomb. That's what you need. But I feel like a lot of people just don't either A, play him because you have to buy him. He's buying like kind of like a paywall. And I say paywall, it's mainly just farming coins to get him. But it's so hard to farm coins. Another man for another day. The thing with Gengar is he literally can 1v3 at minimum. And if you're very good, he can 1v5. Actually, because it happens. He could solo kill Zapdos by himself. Literally with zero help at all. And I know you may not think that's not much. But there's very few mons that could do it as fast and efficiently as him. So you could literally team wipe guys and you could literally solo the Zapdos by yourself while your guys try and dunk it. I'm not even kidding. He can quite literally do that because he's just that powerful. Hex and Sludge Bomb doesn't even seem like it was looked at. Whoever's at Tencent HQ, they did not look at this mon. They did not balance this mon. They didn't check this mon. I can write a rant about this guy. But he's actually nuts. He's obviously, you know, he's mainly played in jungle. You can lane with him, but you want to get as fed as possible. So I do recommend jungling with this guy, but he's nuts. What can I say? He's nuts. First 5 minutes in, guys. Gengar, he's nuts. What can I say? Venusaur, very strong character, solid range, decent damage. Petal Dance AoE is really strong as well, too. And as you level it up, it gets larger. Very good. Solar Beam across the map. Very strong Gengar. Venusaur also has one of the highest attack stats in the entire game, if not the highest. So that's also really good to know as well, too. He deals just a lot of damage. So I guess sometimes people feel like they don't do anything with Venusaur, but that might come down to you, bro, because the man is strong. He deals good damage. He's a ranged attacker as well, too. And, I mean, he evolves pretty early, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty early. Venusaur is just overall a really powerful mon, and I don't want to make this video too long and go into extreme detail about a lot of these mons, but I mean, the guy he's literally damage. Like, Venusaur is damage. He deals so much damage. Speaking of damage, Mr. Mime, another cracked character. He's a damage support, and it feels like he's more of a damage sometimes. Like, he deals way more damage than he should as a support character. Barrier is actually absurd. Guard Swap is also cracked as well, too. Most prefer Barrier, but Guard Swap is also not bad either if you guys are really struggling to, like, let's say you're doing a best of 3, you're doing some scrims. You know, I've done that with some of my friends, or we've done 5v5 games, and you see defender players like Snorlax, Crustle, Slowbro swap their defenses, you know what I mean? Then they're frail. That helps you and the enemy team, and as well as your teammates to defeat the enemy team, especially the defenders. So he's quite literally a check and a counter to the 3 defenders in the entire game. But he's a very strong mon. His ultimate just feels illegal. Like, why does it exist? But like, guys, you're gonna hear me say this a lot. There's a lot of mons in this game that are just not balanced. This game is not balanced, all right? Realistically, you're gonna see put a lot of characters in high tier because the game is not balanced, all right? Until it becomes balanced, tier list will start to matter a little more, but right now it's just speculation and talking, right? Regardless, all in all, Mr. Mime, very strong support, you know what I mean? No support's bad, very strong. Barrier is just It's like a Snorlax block, but with range. You know what I mean? So it's very, very, very strong. Speaking of Snorlax, hang on, unreleased. We've seen this in the initial trailer, Fable. Canadian beta and Canadian beta. If you're wondering where these two are from, they've also been officially announced. But yeah, speaking of Snorlax, guys, this one is actually cracked. And telling you guys right now, I'm not ordering this. I think I'm only going to order the first 5. In order to order this video, it end up being an hour long because I ramble, I talk. So for accessibility wise, I'm not going to be, you know, ranking these in order outside of the first 5, including Gengar. So Snorlax, very powerful. Almost everybody in the ladder has a Snorlax pocket, if not main Snorlax, with an 80+ win rate. Snorlax is insane. He is easily one of the best laners in the entire game, easily the best defender in the entire game. Block is absurd. Yawn is absurd. Heavy Sand is absurd. Every single move he has is very strong, so it just comes down to what you want to pick and what works best. Personally, Heavy Slam is really strong as well too with block. Very powerful. But Snorlax just sometimes feels unfair. He feels like he doesn't die either. You know what I mean? Like he literally feels like the bulkiest character in the entire game. And this is a lot because Crustle and Slowbro are out. But he's insane. He's actually insane. He doesn't die. And I mean, like, what can I say? CC is so obnoxious. You haven't heavy slammed by Snorlax? You literally cannot move the game. You are standing still when you get in CC for Snorlax for like 5 years. You can go downstairs and microwave popcorn and then come back and you're still CC'd. So it's just annoying. It is so good and so annoying. And that's the scariest thing in the game, guys, in any game. If it's good and annoying, it is the worst thing ever. And it's exactly what Snorlax is. Absol, I feel like a character that'll come with time. Not a lot of people play him right now. He is one of my mains. I play Greninja, Gengar, Absol, and Lucario. Those 4. Absol is one of those characters that I personally feel is a really strong character. And eventually when they nerf Gengar, I think then we'll start to see some Absol play, right? Then people might trickle down to trying Absol. Because right now, not a lot of people are actually trying Absol. Because in sweaty lobbies, at least, because they want to play the best of the best. Gengar, Snorlax, Alola Tails, you know what I mean? They want to play the best of the best. So not many are on Absol right now because he's extremely frail, right? You make one wrong move, you're actually going to get punished for it. You kind of need to know how to move as well too. Speedsters are all about movement. So he has Pursuit, which is really good movement. He has Psycho Cut, which is really good range. Me personally, I like Sucker Punch because you can literally just Pursuit, roll out, lock on someone, Sucker Punch, hit them, then use your auto for Pursuit, and then you get Pursuit again, and then you can move with it with an eject button. It's really good movement. He's a crit demon. He has either the highest crit in the entire game, debatable with Machamp, because Machamp boosts his own crit rate. But regardless of that base value, he has the best crit in the entire game, even with a scope lens coupled on it as well too. So Absol's a very strong mon, don't get me wrong. I feel like he will only go up as time goes on, you know? As time goes on, he's like one of those characters that will age really well. But for right now, people don't want to put their coins into Absol. And for those that did, I've been seeing, I guess, on Twitter, on like Reddit, people have been complaining that he's too frail. I don't really think that's the problem. I think it's people playing Absol too aggro and bad. But I mean, to each their own. He is really frail, but you kind of like, you have to be disciplined with Absol and not like 1v5 unless you get them low enough, Pursuit out, and then ult him. His ult is insane. He's one of the best ult in the game. His ult is insane, dude. It's so cool as well, too. I'm just so happy Absol's in this game. I love Absol, so I'm happy he's in this game. But regardless, like I'm saying, guys, I feel like once the Gengar nerf happens, because it will happen, Absol will probably end up getting more usage. And it sucks to compare him to Gengar, but they're both in the same class. They do a very similar role. They can both jungle and or lane, so it's like, you kind of have to, you know what I mean? Garchomp, I don't think is a really strong mon. I think his biggest flaw is that he's the latest evolution in the entire game at level 10. And Gibble's actually bad. Like, Gibble's bad. Like, once you're a Gabba, you can start making some moves, but Gibble is a struggler. He's not that good. But Garchomp is like a pseudo legendary, so he is the slowest EXP in the entire game, and he also takes the longest to evolve, right? But it's like worth it, right? Once you evolve and you hit level 10 Garchomp, you start to get fed, and you jump from 10 to 12, it's wraps. Like, Outrage is one of the highest burst damage dealing ultimates in the entire game, if not the number one. Like, it's insane. Because Gengar's best burst is Hex Sludge Bomb, but Garchomp is just ridiculous when it comes to Outrage. It deals so much damage, and you can even use an X attack and deal even more damage. But Garchomp is really good. He has decent movement as well, too, with Dig. It's not terrible. And his autos become really fast as well, too. So it's also not bad. But I feel like Garchomp, he just struggles early game. So it just comes down to being smart. leveling up super fast, so you can jungle with him as well too. And also not stealing EXP from your Gibbles, man. All right, like sometimes people just steal EXP from the Gibbles, and I'd be feeling so bad, bro. Not me though, not me though. Hey, that's not me. But I'd be feeling real bad though. You know what I mean? So probably more of a jungler for an all-rounder, but he's cool. He's strong. He's dope. I love Garchomp. I'm not gonna complain. He's a very strong mon. Guys, the thing about Lucario is gonna blow your mind, right? Is that he's immune to pretty much everything when he power up punches, right? He's immune to at least hindrances, so he can't be stopped, right? It's his immunity as well too, which is just absolutely insane. It has decent range. It also buffs your auto attack as well too, so you get the bone animation on it. It's, dude, it's ridiculous. Don't even get me started on Bone Rush as well too. Bone Rush, you gotta have good. Like Lucario feels like a speedster. He does. He feels like a speedster. He has insane movement and deals insane damage. The only thing that feels wonky on him is his ultimate. His ultimate feels extremely weird. I feel like I just need to take time to grow on it, but it feels really weird. It feels like the more weaker things of him, while it does go the entire map, it goes across the entire map, it feels weird. I don't know if it's just me, guys. It feels weird, right? People will run Wise Glasses on the guy just so that they can start dealing some damage with his ultimate. But it just feels weird, guys. You know what I mean? It feels extremely weird. Maybe over time, I'll probably get used to it a little more because it's not a week yet, but it just feels weird. It feels really weird. Like I feel you need teamwork with it, right? Like you Slowbro ult and you use your ult with it, right? Or what's another good example? Like if you even use like I don't even know, like a heavy slam from Snorlax, and then you use your ult, some form of CC, maybe a rock tomb, and then use your ult. Like there's good ways to combo with it, but to do it without any support, it feels weird. You know what I mean? You just gotta go for snipe shots regardless, you know? But honestly, like he also feels really good when it comes to Zapdos because he deals so much damage, and Power Up Punch is just feels unfair. It feels unfair. Crustle, I also think is S tier. This character is actually insane. I used to complain about him so much in the beta. This mon makes me upset. This mon literally gives me mental problems and depression. Somebody at the dev team was begging for Crustle to be in this game because you look at the entire roster and you can see all these mons being in this game. Eldegoss is like the Onyx of Gen 8. And it's a new mon. So Gen 8 mons, you can kind of understand why they're in this game, guys. It's a new generation. So you can't complain about the Onyx of the game, Eldegoss, and the meme of the game, Cramorant, right? But like Crustle is like a very irrelevant mon from Generation 5. And you look at all the roster, like Mr. Mime, Venusaur, Garchomp, like Gengar, Greninja, Charizard, and Pikachu. Like all these mons are very popular, right? So it's like someone at the dev team has a big love for Crustle. And for Crustle mains who are watching this video, give your salutes to him, man, because it's like without him, you guys would not have Crustle. So I'm a little upset that he vouched for Crustle. I'm kidding. Very strong mon. Rock Tomb X Scissor is actually illegal. It sometimes feels unfair and annoying how much times this guy can actually just lock you in. And X Scissor CC feels like you're stunned for 5 years. For 5 years. Like the stun in this game is just so, dude. Are we playing Overwatch Break? Like what is going on, bro? X Scissor CC is so annoying. It's so annoying, and his other moves are good too. Shell Touch is also really good, but the meta move pool from right now is Rock Tomb X Scissor. You wall them in with Rock Tomb, you X with them and beat the crap out of them. The guy can 1v2. I've seen that happen. I've done it myself. He can 1v2. He's insane. Focus bands. Crustle's also not terrible. He's insane. Crustle's cracked. There's no defender that's bad. There's no defender that's bad. So on defenders, Slowbro also cracked. There's no defenders that are not cracked. It's honestly one of the strongest roles, if it's the strongest role in the entire game, because every single person in the entire role is cracked. You know what I mean? Is cracked. So I know that doesn't say much because everybody in this game is kind of not balanced, but like, you know, you get what I mean, right? Like Slowbro Surf, it's insane. Feels bigger than it looks. It actually is bigger than it looks. I'm not kidding. Like there's like a few spaces between after the surf that could still like hit you and clip you. So it's very annoying. Telekinesis, not bad either. Holds them in. So if you don't want to wait for your ultimate and you're more of a telekinesis like supporty Slowbro, you could hold them in and combine it with ultimates. Cinderace ultimate, Lucario ultimate. Those are just a few to name off. You know, maybe even Talonflame ultimate. The ones that really need people to like stand still, because like you don't need people to stand still with like Peach's ultimate and stuff. You know what I mean? But you get what I'm saying? Very nuts character. He also has amnesia, which makes himself bulkier and boosts special attack. Why does it do that? What are we in Gen 1? Why does it do that? Why does it also buff him? Like, I get making him bulkier because it does that in the game, but in this game, it also buffs your attack. So like, why? Why does it help him do more damage? It's insane, dude. Like, it's just, dude, it's insane. Slowbro is so strong, and he's also like kind of easy to play. I feel like the more skill behind Slowbro is playing him well. right? Like not feeding, not pushing up too deep with Surf, like just kind of playing back, but you know, pushing them back, getting some damage off on them, helping your teammates, because Slowbro is like he's like one of those support defenders that feels the most supporty. You know what I mean? So yeah, you get it. Greninja, he's also one of the main, very strong character. I feel like, again, one of those few characters that is kind of slept on. I feel like the character is very strong. Surf resets after you get a kill, which is kind of nuts. It's literally Genji Dash from Overwatch. Water Shuriken is insane. It deals an enormous amount of damage, more than it probably should. His ultimate is sometimes will feel kind of weird to land if you're kind of new to Greninja, but as you play him more and you have the lock-on feature on, you will 9 times out of 10, maybe 7 times out of 10 land that. But his ultimate feels better if you combine it with something. So if you combine it, like I said, with Slowbro ult, maybe with some CC, like Ninetales, slow down CC, perma-free CC, Heavy Slam from Snorlax, you know what I mean? Rock Tomb with Crustle. If you combine these things, which I don't think a lot of people are thinking of right now, because a lot of people right now are not really playing teammates, playing for the team, they're playing very selfish. You combine these things, and it's like, boom, you will deal more damage. Your damage will excel. You know what I mean? So again, I feel like Greninja's kind of like Absol over time become better. I also feel like he is the best character in solo queue. That's not like Cinderace or whatever, you know what I mean? Or freaking Lucario. Like, very good solo queue character. You know what I mean? I think all the attackers have very good solo queue. So do with that what you must. But Greninja is a very strong character. Also, he has, what is it, Smokescreen, Double Team, which are very good for you getting out, number one. And number two, for your teammates, man. They will get lost, number one. And with Smokescreen, they will literally be blinded. So it's nuts. Talonflame, another strong character. I think Talonflame is a little overrated. Some people put Talonflame like right here saying that he's the best, or they'll put him like right here where he's like the second best. Little overrated. And again, guys, only the first 5 are ordered, and the tour is not done, so you don't know all of the top 5. But Talonflame, little overrated. Still very strong character though, very strong, deals enormous damage. Fly is broken. Fly is very broken. And by what I mean little overrated, obviously overrated does not mean bad, guys. It just means that I think this character is better than him, and people like they place him too high, right? So yeah, I mean, Talonflame is just, what can I say? He's a very strong jungler character. You can lane with him as well too. Fly is actually his best move. It's insane. It's absurd. It has a really big radius, and you can just go in the sky, move faster than them, and just boop, come down. So it's very, very, very good. Always choose Fly. Literally always choose Fly. His ultimate is annoying. Some people find it kind of hard to land. So again, like I was saying earlier, you can combine it with stuff, Telekinesis, Rock Tomb, Heavy Slam, you know what I mean? Mr. Mime, like you can combine it with a lot of stuff and be good at that, you know what I mean? But Talonflame, very strong mon. Charizard, I'm actually going to leave my hot pick here. Charizard feels like the weakest in the entire game. And it's not an insult to anyone that means Charizard or Charizard. I think Charizard is a very good character. Everybody in the game feels very good to me. There's no bad character. But if you compare Charizard to literally everybody else, he feels like he doesn't have as much like toxicness to him. Like there's the what is it, the fire pool that he has on the floor, it slows you down. But like there's a certain character that actually is top 5 that does that and more. So it's kind of like Charizard feels like, the best I can describe it, and it doesn't really hold that much value, guys. He feels like the most honest character in the entire game in comparison to like everybody else. You know what I mean? Like he feels like he's like the least cheapest, the least cheesiest, like the least hacksy, the least toxic character probably in the entire game. His few benefits is ultimate, which actually is toxic, and the moving and shooting. That's about it. I mean, he has Fire Punch knockback, which is pretty cool. But otherwise, yeah, sorry, Charizard. I actually do think he's the weakest character in the entire game. But that doesn't mean much. He's still good. You can still pop off a Charizard because everybody in the game is good. I have to repeat this because people in the comments are going to be molding at me. I have to repeat this. Please use the brain. He's still very strong. He's still a very good pick to take. But in comparison to everybody else, I would personally say right now that he feels like the weakest. Zera or, bro, what do you want me to say about Zera frickin' or, I don't have much to say, guys. Everyone knows this character is broken. He's not. He's like, what is it? Well, some leak person saying he's like LeBlanc pre-nerfs. So, and then I looked at LeBlanc gameplay and I was like, yeah, I'd say so, yeah. But all of his moves are good. Spark is not bad. I prefer Volt Switch. Discharge feels broken. Wild Charge is broken. Like, dude, especially Discharge, you can take 3 bodies. You can 1v3 with Discharge. It's insane. So, especially when Zeraora is fed and he's higher level than you, some people insta-FF when Zeraora is higher level than you. So very scary. Not gonna say much about Zeraora. Everyone gets him for free. Everyone's tried him. Everyone's played him. 2 thumbs up. Very strong one. Cinderace, ridiculous. 2 passes, deals more damage when you're burned. His auto becomes faster, right? Fireball's cracked range. Ultimate is bust as crap, dude. Also, Blaze Kick is like guaranteed land? He also has the biggest range in the entire game. It's him, Cramorant, and Pikachu have some of the largest range in the entire game. He just feels easy mode. Like, he feels like a very easy character that you just get rewarded. He's a very low IQ, very easy to use, busted OP character. Again, like Zeraora, not much to say. Not much to say. Not much to say. Eldegoss. This character is stupid. I actually think this character is stupid. I do. I think this character is really stupid. I think this character makes and breaks teams. I think her ultimate is insane. She is damn near invuln in her ultimate. Her movement is increased. Everything that she does in her ultimate, it just feels cheap. Cotton Guard feels cheap. If you play competitive mons, you already know what it does. I like Eldegoss. Cotton Guard is just so ridiculous, guys. Like, it increases your movement speed. It heals you. Pollen Puff adds for damage reduction on you. Gives them overall damage over time, and then also heals you. Like, yes, if you did not get it right now, she's a healer support, but she also makes you tankier and also has damage reduction. Like, it's just, what else can I say, man? Like, the Mon is very, very, very good. Almost a must-pick IMO. Like, you have no reasons not to run it. Easily the best support in the entire game. You have no reason not to run it. He's one of the best characters in the entire game. I can't see a character being better than her in a very long time. In a very, very long time. Like, in a very long time. She's extremely powerful. I would even argue she's better than Snorlax. But I'm going to put them in the same spot for now. So maybe tie for number 2, right? But oh my literal god, she is so strong. Like, learn Eldegoss. I know no one else will look at Eldegoss and play her, because you look at all these characters like Cinderace, Zeraora, Greninja. Why would I play Eldegoss? Dude, she's so strong. It's insane. Like, look at her kit. She's so strong, dude. She's so strong. Cramorant, actually cracked. I think this is easily one of the most slept on characters in the entire game. People feel the need to like insult him on because he looks stupid, but I don't think people actually look at the characters in like kit and core mechanics, right? Like, his ultimate is insane. It's got the the radius of the entire world, like a galaxy radius, right? Easily one of the best kill steals in the entire game. One of the best farm steals in the entire game. One of the best Zapdos kills in the entire game. Like, one of the best ultimates in the entire game. His surf properties work different than Slowbro's, so it pushes you out and then pulls you back in, which is very strong. And I mean, Air Slash has regen, or Air Lace has regen, or it's Air Slash. It's Air Slash and that's regen. So it's like, he heals himself out of Air Slash. Like, what? This guy, he also has one of the biggest radiuses in the entire game for his autos. Like, and it also can pick up Pikachu from his auto after surf or something like that. And then he can actually paralyze you and stun you and CC you, which can also boost Pikachu. Electro Ball. So, speaking of Pikachu, also cracked, very cracked character. Like I told you guys, only the first are ordered. Pikachu's very cracked. His autos paralyze you. His auto CC you. His Electro Ball gets boosted off his autos, off Electro Web, off any electrical move he uses. Electro Ball gets boosted. So guys, trust me when I say you should always run Electro Ball on Pikachu. It's free real estate. It stonks. You're literally always going to be stronger if you have Electro Ball, because his autos paralyze, the chance to paralyze. He has static, so if they contact you, paralyze. Like, dude, the character's insane. His range is insane. His ultimate is busted. Like, what do you want me to say? Actual top 5 demon. Yes, you guys are looking at the top 5, because Wicked Tough Machamp are not top 5. You guys are looking at top 5. Dude, Alola Ninetales. Alola Tail, I should say. Actually, an illegal mon. Actually, I think she's one of the most cracked mons in the entire game. Aurora Veil, you're in it. It has damage reduction, and you're doing more damage. 1. Dazzling Gleam can CC multiple people at once. Oh, and if you don't want that, you have Avalanche Wall. Blizzard does more damage after you use Avalanche, or it splits, because there's a wall, so it splits. Even with a Crustle wall, it splits, so you can hit multiple people in multiple ranges. Did I mention she could do literally everything? She can CC you, confuse you, slow you down, permafreeze you, all from across the map. Because her range is insane. She's an attacked ranger. So it's like, she's absurd. She's absurd. Everybody should also have an Alola Tails. She is absurd. Wicked Stuff, I also think is extremely cracked. Sing the Pokemon. Sing is insane. CC, invuln. You're literally like you cannot move. You can't move. Have you guys actually faced Cancer comps where it's like Pikachu, a Little Tails, Snorlax, Wigglytuff, and then maybe like a Machamp, or insert the last one, maybe like a Gengar or something like that. It is not fun. It is not. Playing against a Wigglytuff is not fun. I do think she's also one of the most slept on characters like Cramorant, because no one cares about like Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. It's weird, right? Because no one looks at this game wants to lock them in. But dude, trust me, Sing is insane. Sing is insane, dude. You can't move. It's like Yawn, but better. You literally can't move. It's insane. And last but not least, Machamp, I also think is A tier. Submission is a very strong move. The guy ignores all CC, and after he uses his ultimate, it was one of his moves. It was either submission or one of his moves. He boosts his own crit and his own movement based on whatever move he picks. So it's just like, you may think to yourself, oh, Machamp can't move that well. Play against a good Machamp, or play a Machamp yourself. He does actually have movement, which will blow your mind. If you see Machamp like, yeah, he's like chasing you and stuff, it's not fun. It's not fun. Him also, like with crowd control, he throws you in to the enemy team, right? You're done. It's wraps. Like, he'll literally pick you up and like suplex you into the enemy team, and then you're done. Little Tails slow you down. Lucario power punch, you're dead. Hex, Electro Ball, what can I say? You're dead, dude. You're dead. I do think though Machamp, while properly pumped up, is one of the best characters in the entire game, because if you feed him so much with like damage reduction, you slow people down. Machamp gets to them quicker, ignores CC, boosts his crit. It's wraps. Guys, I don't know what you think though. Let me know what you think. I didn't want the video to be too long, but this is my thoughts right now on the game. And looking at it, I would not really change anything. Like I said, the first 5 are in order. Gengar being number 1, Snorlax 2, Eldegoss 3, Little Tails 4, Lucario 5. Everything after Lucario is not ordered. It is not. Okay, Zeraora fans, don't mull. I don't think Crustle's better. It's not ordered. Okay? Okay, cool. Because it would take too long to order it all and everything. And everything else below that is obviously not ordered as well either. But I do think nerfs for Gengar will be coming soon. We'll see. Maybe a Little Tails. But for now, guys, let me know what you think. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Buy the merch. Link is in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.